Settled next to the Willamette River, Autzen Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of Ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Whittington. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play. The toss to the right. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. The Ducks under the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Showing off the arm. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, running back on the move. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
Now they're going to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to run for it. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Fires to the big fella. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's low.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The give to the tailback. The Ducks get enough for the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15.
Get set.
He's looking to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
To the air, it's Gabriel. Still looking, on the move. The throw. It's complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Looking to throw for it. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ducks!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They're getting this guy lathered up. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They'll run it from the gun. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. Alabama pushing the tempo. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on fourth down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on fourth down. At midfield, he's got room. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Offense lining up quickly. They feed him again. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
They've got the screen set up. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down.
Well, this offense is giving a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity, because 1st and 2nd down was ugly. But they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable 4th down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Might as well give it to him again.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give from the gun. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And in that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. To the air, it's Milroe. Extending the play. Going for 6. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Yeah, in 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
4th and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. They'll immediately call timeout. Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. The delay of game pushes the offense back. They're going to pass on what would figure to be an easy 3 points and instead go for it on 4th down. They'll run play action. Getting some heat. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Fires to the big fella. At the 20, he's got space. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
Pulls it in. It's Ferguson. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
It really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. To throw, it's Gabriel. It's complete to the left. They'll bring him down in the final seconds of the quarter, and that will likely wrap up this period. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Herbert. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught close to the marker. It's Ferguson. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ferguson. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man on the right. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Oregon!
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Tackle is made after the first down. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Really nice run there. No, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but Man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama. Doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Miller with the ball. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They want to get this defense on its heels. Fast motion from the offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Looking to scramble. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown tie. Lining up to add another.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
This time he's got it. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The Ducks in the hurry up. To the ground, he's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. Gets it out fast. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Johnson. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Takes the handoff. It's James. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break.
Ready,
8th play of the drive coming up.
let's go!
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Quarterback extends the play. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Going for it all. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns.
Running toward the tape. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. This time on target. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Quarterback gets past the marker. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The play action fake. Lets it fly. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time. But how confusing is it, Paul, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Complete downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
He'll heave it deep. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Makes the grab, and he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Unleashes one deep. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men. Not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, it's Milroe. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. He's got it down the left. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. And the Ducks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Coming out with it, it's Henderson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Wide receiver shows motion. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that is how you stop the jet sweep if you're on defense. You get penetration up front. Yeah, they're going to try to outflank you, but they can't do anything about it if you got dudes up front winning one.
third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the marker, it's Williams. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll go to the ground. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Timeout, Oregon.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Now on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And I think on that 3rd down and short call, I honestly think that they thought it was going to be a 4th down situation. Now it's 4th and 2. I think this offense was ready for this opportunity, and I think they're going to go for it right here.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. They'll try to pick up the first. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute their game.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling on until they find an answer.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives him a chance. He makes this offense go.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with...
Got a lot of running room. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Ducks will hustle to the line. Back to the air one more time. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He got it. Touchdown Ducks! And the beatdown has ensued.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Now, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Moving out of the pocket. Finds his tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Trying to escape and get it himself. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
It's just so frustrating on the defense. I mean, you got great initial coverage. You understand 3rd and short. The ball might come out fast, and then what does the quarterback do? Scrambles around, buys time, gets the first down pretty easily. Now you got a new fresh set of downs, a new fresh set of problems.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Trying play action. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. Turns it on in midfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players.
And that pass intercepted. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking for a man. It's Gabriel. He makes the connection. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need. all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Holden. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The Ducks are rolling down the field.
QB now has over 400 yards passing, guys, and you got to give everybody else in his supporting cast a ton of credit. Receivers, great job running routes, catching the football, and this offensive line has been outstanding, giving him time to throw.
He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
One thing I love about this linebacker, guys, he's really good against the run, but he's also nice in coverage, too. That time, a cover 2 look by the defense, so he's just playing in space. He's watching the quarterback's eyes. He's able to jump the route and come away with a turnover.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Bama! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the returner will be dragged down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Intercepted. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Wants to throw. It's Gabriel. Snags it over the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Gets rid of it. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Johnson. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter.
Oregon 35, Alabama 21.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right.
Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Makes the grab. It's Holden. Rams him with the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. They want to just keep throwing it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Dropping back, it's Gabriel. Complete. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes that Alabama offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He throws into the middle of the field. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he makes the catch at the 25. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. He'll throw it. Makes the grab on the left. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Man, what a missed opportunity for this offense. They had a chance to get points. Now they turn the football over. But if I'm this defense, I'm ready to roll. get this ball back to my offense.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Line gets set, first down. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Then the short completion brings up second down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Discards a man. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line, a pickup of 6.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run. And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. The Ducks want to crank the tempo.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Offense, quick tempo.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but we're seeing it specifically on this drive.
The Ducks with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Looking downfield, it's Gabriel. Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
They're bringing heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he makes the catch at the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
He'll set up to throw. Forced out of the pocket. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! This guy is so slippery, so elusive. He just vaporizes right in front of the defense.
It's crazy. You can play touch football in an elevator and lose to this guy. He's that kind of quick.
And they did tack on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
42, Alabama, 28.
The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Running back goes in motion. Looking to pass. It's Gabriel. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Give to the running back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something.
Touchdown time! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
Alabama.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Back to pass, it's Milroe. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Looks like the regular kickoff unit out there, but with this time and score and no timeouts, you've got to go for the onside kick here. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Motion from the offense. Trying to impose their will with the run. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
That's why that play call is so risky. At this area of the field in the second half, you've got the lead. You don't convert, and now you're giving the opponent a chance to tie it up, to take the lead. I think that's one, looking back, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but that's one they would have rather punted.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. And now, 4th quarter, 4-down territory almost certainly as they get ready to try to grab the lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Alabama pushing the tempo. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollock, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.